All right, everyone, welcome to another video. So today I'm going to be doing something a little bit more quick. You guys know whenever I typically don't have enough time to make an actual full-on video, I like to do tier lists because, you know, it's fun content and it's also a lot easier on me. I'm currently working on a cool little project with my friend to try to hopefully upload tomorrow. So hopefully this can satiate the Astrons content hunger while I work on that, all right? So today we're going to be ranking a bunch of different ROM hacks. Now, sadly, I couldn't find a bigger tier list. I really wish I could have, though, because there's definitely over 100 ROM hacks and fan games that I've played that I'd love to make a tier list on, but I'm not going to put the time and looking for all of them and then actually importing them into a tier list. So if you actually know where I could find one, let me know. Also, I do want to clarify that most of these on this list I haven't played on the channel yet. I do want to at some point, whether I record it on the main channel Astrons or on the second channel Nebula. So most of these will probably end up getting played eventually. Now, before the video begins, you know what I'm gonna ask. Can you drop a like? It means a lot. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're new and put those notifications on so whenever I upload, you're there early and on time, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, I'm not gonna lie, I think there's two things on this list that I haven't played. I really wanted to do a fan game tier list, but I couldn't find anything good. If you know where I could get like a decked out fan game tier list, let me know in the comments, let me know on Discord, whatever. I'll appreciate it heavy. Anyways, so the first one is Adventures Red. Now, I played about the first area in Adventures Red on this channel, but I think I have played it before in the past. Now, they've updated this game pretty consistently. I think they've been updating it since like 2014. This game's been in progress for a very, very long time. And obviously, I'm pretty sure, what is it called? PokeSP? Like the red manga? I think it's still going on. I think it might be. I might be wrong. You can correct me on that if I'm not. I'll put it in high tier because I think it portrays what it needs to pretty well. Like, it's literally just supposed to encapsulate, you know, the red manga, like the, you know, Pokemon manga in a game, so you can experience that story in a game. I think that's a cool concept, you know, to attract the people who are interested in the manga and people who haven't read the manga to get to your game. So I think it's cool. From what I've played, it's pretty fun, I'll say. I do wish I could have finished it. I do remember like a long time ago playing a lot of it though, but that was back before it even got a graphical upgrade. So I think high tier might be fair. I might drop it to mid tier, but I don't know. Next is Ash Gray. I'll put Ash Gray in mid tier. I don't really remember much of it. I do remember that you can play as Ash though, and that's cool in its own right. So I'll put it in mid tier. I don't remember it being that crazy though. All right, we got Volt White 2. Volt White 2 is high tier for sure. Blaze Black and Volt White, oh my gosh, yo, those are high tier games. Those are fun. I'll put Blaze Black in a high tier as well. I think again they do what they need to do very well. I do love how Drayano managed to include the starters early on. These games are actually pretty fun to Nuzlocke. But yeah, oh, Nuzlocke PokeTuber, hold on. You know, dude, it's been forever since I've done a Nuzlocke on the channel. I might need to do one soon. Who knows? Maybe I'll try to get someone on. We could do like a Nuzlocke series. We'll see. I don't even know what this is. What the hell is this? I'm not even gonna rank that. First of all, it's a Game Boy Color game. I don't play Game Boy Color games. I don't. Like, I'm sorry. I don't play these. I don't play these at all. I don't play Crystal. I don't play none of these. These games do not. I have no attraction to them, like, at all. So I'm not gonna rank them. Pokemon Clover. Pokemon Clover is high tier for sure. Pokemon Clover is high tier for sure. Honestly, I'm gonna drop Blaze Black to the top of mid tier. I think that's valid. Yeah, I'll drop Blaze Black to the top of mid tier because I'm not that huge of a fan of just base Black and White anyways. I'm more of a huge fan of Black 2 and White 2. I don't know. I just don't have much of a connection to Charon and Bianca compared to like Hugh, which is weird. I know a lot of people don't like Hugh, and I do think he has a ton of flaws, but his design is just so fire, man. It's really hard not to like the guy, right? Anyways, again, I'm not ranking Game Boy Color games. So is there any more Game Boy Color games on this? I'll drag him to the bottom. I don't think there is. This game's not even Game Boy Color. I don't even know what the hell this is. Like, I can't even read the title of it. Like, what does that say? Kaizo? Oh, it's Blue Kaizo. I've never played Blue Kaizo, and I never will. So Dark Rising, yo, this gonna be controversial. This gonna be controversial. Dark Rising is what got me into fan games and ROM hacks, first of all. So there's an immense bias towards it. Also, Dark Rising is extremely edgy. Like, it is probably some of the worst storytelling imaginable. I think they're currently working on a Dark Rising 4 or 3, which is like an actual genuine fan game with some really cool features and stuff. That's not the Dark Rising I know. The Dark Rising I know got a really overly complicated, edgy plot, characters that make zero sense, billions of legendaries on teams just to piss you off. That's my Dark Rising. Now, I don't care what anyone says. This is one of my favorite ROM hacks of all time. It's just so fun to play. It's so stupid. It's so janky. The story is so bad. It's one of those things that it's like, it's so bad that you can't hate it, right? You just love it. And after a while, this game aged like wine for me. Like, every time I play Dark Rising, it's just fun. I know the last time I did on this channel, I was raging out the waz, but still, I don't know, man. There's something about Dark Rising that's just attracting to me. I love the game. And I know a lot of people aren't going to agree with me on that opinion, but that's why it's a personal tier list. Like, you're not supposed to agree with me. You're just supposed to see my opinions on certain things, right? Emerald Kaizo, also goated. I think if you want to have one of the best experiences in a Pokemon game, especially if you want a Nuzlocke and you're like a hardcore Nuzlocker, this is the game to play. I love the way that they've managed to balance a hard game. Right? It's super difficult. You need to know what you're doing. And honestly, it could be a little too stressful at times. That's why I ended up stopping my Nuzlocke on this game. But I think it's a very fun game nevertheless. I'm putting it in GOATed because I think it is the best Kaizo game free. It's not ridiculous like White Kaizo, nor is it just, you know, like some of those other Kaizo games that are just so like, oh, gross. I think Emerald Kaizo manages to be a Kaizo without being too outrageous. And I like it for that. Also, watching Wolfie and PC actually play this game and beat the Elite Four and stuff, that was extremely entertaining, and I probably will never forget that. So I'll put it in GOATed. Again, I don't care what anyone says about this Dark Rising opinion. Y'all can fight me for it. I think it's fun. I've never played this game. I don't even know what that is. Eternal X and Wilton. Yo, they got this on here, but do they even got like Pokemon Candy on here? Yeah, they got like nothing on here, but they managed to put Eternal X. Like, what the hell is that? I'm guessing it's just an X and Y ROM hack, obviously. So Fire Red Omega? Fire Red Omega is mid-tier. I mean, it's just okay. It's definitely my least favorite Drayano ROM hack, and maybe that's because I haven't played it in a really long time, but whenever I think of like a perfect red ROM hack, spoiler alert, I think of Radical Red. So it's not that high. I am so sorry, but bestie, I am so sorry. Gaia is mega goated. Gaia was one of those fan ROM hacks for a while that never got finished, right? But it was so highly regarded in the fan, like just, you know, just the fan base, that people were always so sad that this game never got finished. Like, it was one of those things, right? Where people were like, damn man, where's the Gaia update? You know, things that were like along those lines. And when it eventually got finished, I feel like it didn't really get as much hype as I expected it to get, right? But it still did get a lot of hype. And I'm not gonna lie, Gaia it's a fun game. It's a really fun ROM hack. It's definitely one of those games that I need to play on this channel. I haven't played it in a very long time. And also, I actually haven't played the finale of it yet. Like, I haven't played the newest update, which came out like, what, 2 years ago now? I haven't played it yet. I've only played the previous update. And I've heard that this game got some really sick updates. So it is definitely something I'm gonna have to check out on here eventually. This is just showing a bunch of games that I need to play on the channel, right? Like, it'll happen one day, bro. I swear. I don't swear at all. Don't listen to me. All right. Pokemon Glazed. Okay. Wait, I didn't even talk about Clover. I put Clover up here and I never talked about it. Oh, I'm sorry. First of all, I'll put Clover at the top of high tier because, okay, first of all, Clover is very offensive. It's based off 4chan, so it's obviously going to be offensive. Now, does offensive humor, does edgy humor make it good? No, but I do like the gameplay. It's fun. It's a fun game, and I think honestly it's definitely not a game I'll play on this channel. I'll tell you that right now. But I do think that the way that they've managed to include Pokemon overall as an actual ROM hack, it's so well made. Like, say what you want about the humor, say what you want about the characters, say what you want about the game, but one thing that you need to agree on is it's a very well made ROM hack. And I think that's something you're gonna have to suck up if you don't like the game. I like Pokemon Clover. I do think the humor is a little it's there. You know, it's definitely there, but I do think overall as a playing experience, it was pretty fun using some broken Pokemon. There really wasn't a story, but I don't know. It's an interesting game. All right, but Glazed, I know y'all saw like recently my stream. That wasn't that recent. That was like, I think the start of the year. I streamed Glazed, which is basically just Glazed, right? I hated it. Like, it was the worst stream experience I have. And I don't like streaming that much anyways, right? But I do think, from what I remember, you know, the main plot line with the main character, you know, like, kind of like that special Arceus kid or something like that. Or, you know, like the special Arceus kid. I don't remember the full plot. But I do remember that you like go to like a different dimension and see some other people and stuff like from your original world. I don't know, it's interesting. Will I put it in high tier though? Like, will I put it on the same level? Yeah, I put it on the same level as Red. I put it on the same level as Red. Is it better than Voltwhite 2 though? I don't know. Dude, there might be some reorganization needed in this tier list. I won't even lie to you. I won't even lie to you. All right, Light Platinum. Ooh, Light Platinum. Oh man, Light Platinum's kind of top tier. But is it high tier or goated? Light Platinum is it's a founding father of ROM hacks, right? I think this is honestly the most revolutionary ROM hack, right? Because this is what really showed, like, you don't need to just have a base game, right? It doesn't just need to be Red Super or Red Explosion. You know, you can actually make a genuine game with a genuine story, lovable characters, and all that stuff, and a just overall fun experience without needing it to be focused on a game that's already been finished, right? So I think just for the fact that Light Platinum paved the road for so many fan games and ROM hacks, that I think it deserves to be in GOATed. I remember this game, I was addicted to it. I think that you could get like an Elekid early on. I would always get that damn Elekid, dude. I loved this game. It was so fun to play. I think it would be kind of rude if I didn't put it in GOATed, right? Liquid Crystal, never played that. I don't even know what this is. I haven't even played normal Sun and Moon, bro. Fire Red Rocket Edition, it's like low tier. I played a little bit of it, so I don't know if I should fully talk about it, but this is the one where you can play as Team Rocket, right? And you start off like an Ekans, Coffin, or Rattata, I think. It's okay. It's okay. I mean, it's okay. Renegade Platinum? Ah, God, dude. So many of these ROM hacks have such a high, they're so high level for me. I feel like I'd be disrespectful to Renegade Platinum not putting it at GOATed though. Renegade Platinum's a fire ROM hack, but I think I'm gonna put it at the top of high tier because Renegade Platinum is good, but I think it's not fair to put it over a lot of these ROM hacks, considering that a lot of these ROM hacks have an actual new story to them. Right, so I guess if I'm talking about Renegade Platinum, I'm talking about the difficulty factor, the balancing and all that kind of stuff, and how it kind of managed to improve on base Platinum to give a better experience. And I think overall, for the experience I was going for, Renegade Platinum delivered leaps and beyond. Like, I genuinely don't think there is a difficult, like, expanded upon ROM hack, I guess you could say, like on the base original games, you know, these Giuliano improvements. I think Renegade Platinum is probably my favorite. Like, it's right next to Blaze Black 2. It might be a little bit over though. That's why I have it at the top of high tier right now. I definitely enjoyed it more than Red, Glazed, and Clover. Honestly, probably combined. So I don't know if I want to put it in GOATed or the top of high tier. I'll let him sit at the top of high tier for now. But I've had nothing but great experiences on Renegade Platinum. I actually nuzlocked this game, but the series ended up getting dropped because there was a point, I was grinding those videos out, but there was a point where it just suddenly dipped. Like the everything dipped, the viewer attention span, the views, all that kind of stuff. It just dipped. So I was like, okay, I mean, if no one cares about it, I'm gonna just drop it. But I might need to come back to this game because I love Renegade Platinum. It's easily my favorite way to experience Platinum. Honestly, it really is. If I want to play Platinum, I play Renegade. That's just how it goes for me. Okay. Radical Red, man, bro. Man, do I really gotta go and say it, dude? Don't make me say it. Don't make me say it, dog. Don't make me say it. Don't make me say it. This is the best ROM hack of all time for me. I kid you not, it really is. It's the best ROM hack. Now you may be like, well, you can't just say that. You got to give me an explanation. Maybe the fact that I, well, attempted to do like 5 different series on this game should speak volumes for it, right? We did the base game. That was one of the best experiences I've ever had. Kickstarted this channel, and I have nothing but praise for this game and love and affection for the fact that it did that. But I want to put that bias aside. Let's talk about the actual game, all right? Not what it's done for me. First of all, best difficulty improvements of all time, to the point where even if you're a casual player, you could probably find some way to enjoy this game. There's a lot of ways you can balance the game to fit your playstyle, whether you want something intense, whether you want something a little bit more relaxed, but you want to, you know, experience Generation 8 or Megas and Fire Red. Well, you can do that. You know, you can play an easier difficulty, right? One of the most fun games I've ever done to Nuzlocke. I know it's not meant to be Nuzlocked, and also, first of all, I know that I stopped the Nuzlocke, but it's very taxing on your mental state. However, I will say there's something that's just fun about, you know, breaking down the docs, doing the calcs, all that kind of stuff in order to prepare for a gym that really made me enjoy this game. Now, will I say it's the best for that? Honestly, no. Don't Nuzlocke this game unless you really want to put yourself through it. But it was a fun game to Nuzlocke for me. Right? But obviously I had a limit. I had a limit, so I can't do it anymore. But also I love the quality of life changes, you know, the Dex Nav. Oh my gosh, dude, IV changes, EV changes, the docs, you know, the new improved Pokemon. They made like Mega Glazed so much better. Oh my gosh, I literally could talk about how much I love Radical Red for like half an hour. Now, obviously, I don't want this video to get more than like 20-ish minutes, so I'm gonna stop myself right now. But if you haven't played Radical Red, if you haven't watched like one of the 5-ish, 4-ish series that I've done on it, y'all gots to. I think I did a Dragon Mono, I did part of a Grass Mono, I did obviously the base OG game. I started a Nuzlocke, but I never finished it. I got really far into it though, so I definitely recommend inspecting that. And then I also did a randomizer Nuzlocke, which lasted 1 video. Now, obviously, I do have plans to potentially come back to this game again, maybe one day, potentially. I don't know. But I had to stop, man. If I like, the only challenge I could do on this without losing my mind at this point is a monotype, and I actually think this is the best game to monotype. And they also made it very player friendly. For monotype runs, right? They allow you to pretty much, especially now that they've updated it more and more and saw how many people love to do monotypes, they've balanced the game to a point where you can get Pokemon of pretty much any type before the first gym, which I love. I love that. So I will put Radical Red at its own tier at the top of everything else, because I do think, especially the impact that it's had on my life, full bias right now, top fan ROM hack I've ever played. Whenever I recommend a ROM hack to somebody that's played a lot of Pokemon and just want like something a little bit more challenging, whatever it may be, they want a new experience to Fire Red, whatever it may be, whenever someone asks me for a ROM hack recommendation, I pretty much always direct them to Radical Red. Now, if they're like newer, I'll direct them to like Gaia or something, right? But you know what I mean. So, Rising Ruby, never played that. Sacred Gold. Sacred Gold is Storm Silver's counterpart, right? Storm Silver is only good for egg locks, and I never liked that. I never liked that, but that's just kind of how the base game is. Now Drayano's working on his own, like I think it's like Sacred Gold and Soul Silver 2, something like that. Now I'll put it behind Volt White 2. I honestly think if they put Blaze Black 2, I would have had it a lot higher. Which is crazy because they're the same game, right? But there's something about the cover of Blaze Black 2 that's just so much more raw to me. So much more raw to me. Honestly, I'll put Volt White 2 over Glazed. Same for Sacred Gold. I don't hate Glazed, but I don't know. The longer the time's moved on, it's definitely going lower on my tier. Snakewood. Ooh, Snakewood's mid-tier as hell. Snakewood's the definition of mid-tier, right? The graphics are horrible, the music is the same, the plot is stupid, the mons are kind of gross. Like I get it, they're supposed to be zombies, but I don't know, but overall, the only reason that I'm putting it in mid tier instead of low tier or even the bro what tier is because I think it's a fun experience. Like, it's a bad game, yes, but overall, especially for its time, it's a fun experience. It's one of those games, like, you really got to turn off your brain though. Same for Dark Horizon, to be honest. You got to turn off your brain, because when you go through it, you're gonna experience a lot of stupid things. It's also kind of dark, but I get it. It's supposed to be a zombie game, so it's just stupid dark though. You know what I mean? Like someone jumping outside of a Snorlax, kind of stupid. So I don't know. I'll put it in mid tier. I don't think it deserves to go any higher. Maybe if we can get a Snakewood 2, like a remaster, a remake, whatever it may be. I think somebody could make Snakewood fun. I'll be honest. I think someone could make, or not fun, but good. I think they need to really start from the bottom though, because there's not a lot to work with. I also like the whole egg thing, where you get an egg, like you find an egg and you have no idea what it is until way later in the game, and it hatches and it's something crazy. I like that feature a lot. I've always been a fan of that. Okay, Unbound. This is gonna be the last one because I don't know what the hell these are. Unbound is, oh man, I don't know how many of y'all remember this or how many of y'all are new or, you know, whatever, but Unbound was one of the most painful games for me to finish. I genuinely raged at the end of this game because I was playing on the highest difficulty and this freaking mole man whipped out a Groudon and just kept destroying me for hours and hours. And no, I'm not gonna pause. It was that bad. It was so bad that I can't even pause. But overall, I think the story in Unbound, basic, but it's still decent. I don't think you can complain about it at all. I think it gets what it needs to get done. Overall, I do think it's kind of Pokemon-y with the way it's kind of nonsensical, but it kind of makes sense. Like, you can understand it, but it's kind of like, eh. I think the graphics are okay. The music is pretty good. The quality of life improvements from base Pokemon are pretty solid. I think the way that they hand out like Pokemon, pretty good. The difficulty choices, I don't like how you cannot change the difficulty once you're in it. I get it, that's hard to program, hard to code, but overall, from my experience, once I got to that extreme power creep later in the game and I wanted to change it back, I couldn't, and it was hell and ultra hell. Right? Or maybe no, you can change it. Actually, you can change the difficulty. I remember because I had to change it at the end. I couldn't beat it on intense mode. It's a funish game. I think that the plot is what brings it down. Like when you compare the plot to like Gaia or Light Platinum, it's just not as good. It really isn't. And I don't want to put it in mid tier, nor do I want to put it like at the bottom of high tier, because I do think overall that this game it does what it needs to do well. I think it does what it needs to do really well. So I think this is gonna be my final placements for the ROM hack tier list. Now, sadly, there's a lot of ROM hacks that I wish were on this that aren't. Like Glazed Emerald, I'd probably put in mid tier. Let's see, I can actually look into my my ROMs folder that I have on my PC. Now, my PC is relatively new. Like, this isn't from the games that I've really played the most, but and I have a lot of fan games as well. I have a lot of fan games as well. Like, if I go into my Game Boy folder, I have GS Chronicles. GS Chronicles for sure would have gone into GOATed, because I think GS Chronicles is what Sacred Gold and Storm Silver wanted to be but couldn't. Like, overall, the quality improvements are amazing. I also think just the overall way that they've improved on the story and how they've given you Mons and Megas and stuff like that make GS Chronicles a goated game. I think honestly that's the best way to experience Generation 2. If you want to experience Soul Silver and Heart Gold, don't play those games. Just play GS Chronicles. I promise you it's better than all of them. Inclement Emerald? Frick, what the hell was Inclement Emerald? Oh god, that sounds so familiar. I mean, it must be familiar because I played a ton of it. I don't remember Inclement Emerald. I remember Blazed Emerald. Or was it Blazed Emerald? Or no, maybe I am thinking of Inclement Emerald. I don't know. I think it's mid tier probably. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's actually really good. I just forgot about it. Pokemon Reboot, that game's okay. Dragon Ball Z, I mean, okay. Last Fire Red, definitely a mid-tier game, like top of mid-tier. I think that game is just a really watered down Radical Red, like really watered down. And the way that they balance like legendaries and stuff, like, bro, that game was a little bit goofy, a little bit goofy. Soars, I heard Soars was so good, but I just couldn't get into it. I'm sorry, I just couldn't. And I kind of regret that because I feel like I would have actually enjoyed Soars a lot, but I don't think I gave it the actual attempt that it deserved. Maybe one day I'll go back to it. If y'all trying to see me continue Soars, let me know. I'll think about it. But anyways, that is my tier list. I talked for about 25 minutes, which is like 5 minutes longer than I wished to, which y'all know that I like talking a lot. And honestly, I held myself back a lot. Like, I could have talked about Emerald Kaizo for 10 minutes. Dark Rising, I could have talked about Dark Rising for 30 minutes free. Like, literally, I almost did. Like, this is just Dark Rising 1. I even talk about 2 or 2.5. Like 2.5, yeah, you know what? See, I'm already beginning. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, show some support. A like goes a long way. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're new. We do a bunch of Pokemon content around here, whether it goes to tier lists like these, discussions, reactions, playthroughs, we do it all. Anyways, I will see you all next time. Have a good one, be safe, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace. Whoosh.